What is good, YouTube? This is Dayfri coming back at y'all with another video. It's been a while since I made one of these educational videos, and I was hitting a wall trying to figure out what I wanted to do next. And I tweeted it out, got some good ideas, and I kind of want to go over how to be a better offensive center. And I mean, in every aspect of the game, I'm talking about slipping, I'm talking about reads, I'm talking about positioning on the court when you do slip, where you're going to slip to, understanding situations when it's a good time to slip, when it's not, understanding when to pass, when to kind of be patient, little stuff like that. And the cool thing about this video is I'm using a lot of different centers that I kind of respect and I kind of been watching, this year anyway. And I'm going to use their clips and kind of break down their gameplay in a sense and kind of show y'all what they're doing and what they're thinking and why this was a good play and why it wasn't, basically. So let's get into it. So the first person I got is none other than the Eastern 2K League All-Star Shots. So yeah, most of y'all know Shots. He's good. Everybody knows whatever. But my point is with Shots is he's one of the best offensive centers in the game for one reason only. He's the most patient center I probably ever played on 2K. So right here, this is a pretty simple clip, but understand the situation, right? There's 4 seconds left. Keena has badge. All he's gonna do is nothing crazy. He's gonna act like he's coming out. He's just gonna re-slip it. He knows that center's gonna step up, and then one dribble, we're going up. It's just one of those things. I'm better than you. You're gonna get dogged out kind of things. The big thing when you're a center, right, is when you can use your patience for the better. Like a lot of guys, a lot of centers, they're real aggressive. They want to go up right away. You got a lot of centers on defense that want to jump at you right away. The one dribble go up is really good. The pass fake under the rim, obviously pump faking is good. Even if you just stand under the rim, a lot of guys will jump because mashing is back. You have to actually jump at people. So it's you can play mind games with these guys, right? And vice versa. If you're on defense, you can do the same thing. So we'll just have another clip right here with Shots. Sets a high screen. Obviously, he's a late slip, but this is good, right? Because now he's at the power forward. The power forward actually plays decent defense, but Shots is just better. Like one of these things, right? When you have a center like Shots and he gets this much space, they're gonna run triangle, which is cool. Keena hits him right on time. He knows he has badge, catches, boom, right on the rim, one pump fake. We're taking one dribble, one more. It's just too easy. Especially when they run triangle, you can wait out these power forwards big time, right? If you get a power forward on you, they have to jump at you, or you can just go straight on. You can just go straight up. So the big thing is when you're a center, you want to use that to your advantage. So if you have a guy basically coming at you, trying to basically play defense on you as a smaller player, they're going to be uber aggressive. Use that against them. That's Shots basically does that right here. All right, this guy right here, I don't know how to say his name correctly, Z Plo, I think, but he's like an upcoming center. I wanted to add some prospects on here. This read right here is actually special. This is one of those that even league centers struggle to make. Even I struggle to make sometimes. Black can kind of vouch for me, but I love this slip to start the play. Right, they're having basically a double right here off the inbound. Okay, and then you have this guy, which is he's kind of up, and then they have a sharp badge over here, so Keenan's not gonna drop, and he's gonna kind of play in between. So right when he catches the ball, he just slips. He sees he's playing way too high, and I love this right here. One dribble, we're dotting the hash. And the thing is if Zay actually goes where he's supposed to, it's probably box. But he gets so beat, he's lost right here. He reaches and then he goes to the corner. Boom, free three. Or, easy one. The best thing I could tell you, if you get a wide open slip and you see that corner drop, and this hash is basically gonna try to play in between. Just look at this hash. You know what I'm saying? You just want to look here. Obviously, if the corner is wide open, you're at the corner. But this play right here is just textbook. Just good ball, honestly. Right here, he has everybody hit. He could hit this guy, but he understands, right? He can see him. He's basically beat. He has no reason to go to this corner, but he knows he's so beat. He just sees shots. He doesn't see Keena, and boom, they both get caught going to the corner. Free three. Now they're up 8 instead of whatever it was before 5. So yeah, there's that. And then here's one of my favorite centers to ever watch from, learn from. You know, you got guys in the league that don't get us enough credit, I think, and Jerry's one of them. Obviously, he had the 16-0 season with the Raptors, but Jerry is basically the point guard whisperer, they call. And right here, this ain't even nothing crazy, but it's just this play is just so smart. If you just think about it, right? Inbound, there's 7 seconds left. They're all running back. He just does a full court pass to the corner. They get a free three. Ties the game out with 6 seconds. Nothing too crazy. The biggest thing I could tell y'all, though, for if you're a center, is don't be afraid to make a play with the ball. Now, I'm not saying I want you to dribbling ball, dribbling the ball up court or whatever, doing behind the back, something like that. But understanding that a lot of defenses break down when the center gets the ball. understanding that a lot of defenses kind of want the center to have the ball. Kind of with my old, video with the press, we want the center to have the ball. So if you're a center that can pass a little bit, kind of take pride in the passing instead of just scoring and rebounding, it makes your point guard's job a lot easier. And just talking to him, talking to him when I'm going to slip, basically when I'm going to hold the screen. Talk to him if you're going to set a high screen, low screen, depending on everything, right? So this is like basically half of the video. So now my Twitch wasn't working, so I'm going to have to do it like this. But we're going to start with this one. And I believe this is Jerry too. So what I love about Jerry is one of those guys that he talks, even though I don't have the audio on here, he's telling Jumper right here. He's like, hey, just run right and dump it to me. Like, he's like, I know I'm going to be open. Jerry sees it. He doesn't even set a screen. This is like a big, big thing that nobody really understands. He understands. He could see this, right? You have this guy that's next to the middle. He knows Peroxide's basically going to fake hedge this. He's going to have to hedge it a little bit because how he's just sitting hash. He doesn't even set a screen, quick slip, and then right here, I'm just better than you. Better than all three of y'all. That's just one of those, right? So this kind of understanding situations. The clock was running down. Obviously, Jumper's stamina was a little low. Look for your slip. Talk to your point guard. Yo, I'm slipping right here. You don't even have to set a screen sometimes to slip. You can just run into him and just go. So there's my first clip for y'all. And then let's do, I think this is another Jerry clip. Yeah, I'm just a big Jerry guy, obviously. So with this one right here is Jerry slips early. Probably gets missed. Peroxide plays pretty good defense, but I love this right here, right? He sees this is a big thing. This is a huge thing that like a lot of amateur centers don't understand. If you see a wrap, right, and Jumper does a great job. This is mainly Jumper, but also Jerry. Jumper calls a wrap, gets this point guard stuck on him. Instead of Jerry coming all the way back up and trying to set a screen, he's just gonna reslip it because this guy has to hedge this now at this point. And this guy's also playing in between, so he can't take this. Basically catches him sleeping, free dunk. And it seems so simple, but it's so, misconstrued sometimes by centers and, especially guys coming up in the community. They don't understand, like, sometimes you can slip just to get your guard open, or sometimes you can slip just to keep something open. Understanding, like, situations, right? Like, the wrap right there was so open. When you have this wrap so open, Jerry understands, like, hey, this guy has to hedge. The pick and roll defender has to hedge this, or it's a free three. He just takes what's there. Free dunk. So, yeah, there's Jerry. Like I said, I'm a big Jerry guy. I think he's one of the better centers. He's just really, really good IQ. And this is another Jerry clip. Obviously, I'm a big Jerry guy, like I said before. So, this is another one, right? So, he's setting the screen, deep hash. He sees they're playing sides, so he just gets out of there early. Once he gets out of here, I love this right here. This is a big one, too. So, understanding, right? Slipping with a purpose, but slipping in a spot where you can't get, sweet spotted or you're going to run into a bad spot. I know this seems so simple, but look where Jerry stands. He stops about right here. So nobody can get this. He can't. So if he would have ran to this left block, he probably could have sat there. If he would have went under, there's no telling he's going to get a slow layup. But he gets in a spot where he can make a play. One dribble, I'm just better than you. It is what it is. And I understand that seems so simple, but, like, understanding where you're slipping, right? So, like, if right here, if he slips too far right, this guy could play his slip. But you see how he slips and he kind of angles it towards the free throw line. Instead of just slipping straight down where he was, because this guy could have played the sweet spot, he just slips it right there. And then he waits. He understands he doesn't get hit on time, but it's okay. I'm just better than you. I'm taking my points. So, and this isn't a game that's a 1 minute game. He's looking at stuff like that. That's the thing with, like, these centers that, you probably think, oh, I'm better than this guy, But, like, there's little things that centers do, like, on a competitive level that nobody really notices, which is that's one of them. And then I think this is Trust DJ Money. All right, so yeah. So DJ being a guy that's been around for a while, he's kind of like, I wouldn't say new to the community, but he's kind of like getting his name out finally, where he's like solidifying himself as probably like a top 5 pick in this next draft. This is going to be super simple. Nothing really too crazy here. But what I love about this is, like, he gets missed on the slip, and instead of, like, staying down there, he comes up, he gets the ball back, and look what he does. Fana relocates, he relocates, and this would have been a fucking heater right here. This would have been a fucking dot to this left corner right here if Stick doesn't cut, but guess what? He cuts, and it's still a dunk. But just understanding situations, right? Like, oh my goodness. Like, DJ understands right here, right? Fana is so open, somebody has to come here. And just him just throwing it to that corner. If he would have stayed corner, they would have got 3. But either way, it's points. Just a good read. Just understanding situations. Just a good pass. Let's look at this next one. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, I love this one right here. All right, so a lot of teams that are coming up, it really messes with them when teams run triangle. And I love this right here because this is kind of the triangle like breaker in a sense. So DJ sees that, hey, this guy's showing heavy hash. You can always tell when someone else is in triangle because their pick and roll defender is going to show heavy hash, and their other guy, basically their center, is in that same side corner. So if you watch this game, he's basically telling Fan, hey, come middle, come middle, come middle. He's just going to hold the screen. And because he's too far low, they ran triangle, guess what? Free three. We're going out of the way. That's back-to-back plays. He made plays like that. So, like, the thing is like, you don't have to, like, out-rebound everybody. You don't have to outscore everybody, but understanding situations, right? DJ understood right here, hey, like, they're basically running triangle. I'm just going to hold the screen. Like, I'm not going to slip because if he would have slipped, the triangle basically would have worked. He's just like, I'm just going to hold the screen. There's no help there. Free three. But, yeah, so there's that for DJ. And then one of my favorite centers in the whole world is this guy right here. Big fucking Rain, right? He's one of those guys that, like, I only put one clip on him because I'm gonna do a whole video like basically on Rain, but Rain's one of these guys that he's really smart. He can pass. He's one of the, like, him and DJ. I'd probably put 1A, 1B at center right now for prospects. But like, this is such a simple clip, but it's so needed as a point guard and so needed as your team is free points, right? So right here, boom, boom. Instead of him basically just holding that screen, he sees that the guy's trying to go for a blitz. He just takes the free slip. And, like, the thing is, though, is, like, he's setting a lower screen so it's easier for him to slip. Once Sherm does this move right here, Sherm sets this up, he has to go. Even though he's playing low, he anticipates him going to go, catch him on his back foot, we're going the other way. And, yeah, just little stuff like that. Like, understanding situations is the biggest thing at center. Especially when you're in a spot like some of these guys where, it's really hard to kind of separate yourself as a center, and I think passing the ball, obviously playing defense, but also being able to call out stuff for yourself and call out stuff for other people, and just making it easier on your point guard. That's the biggest thing I would say for center if you're trying to get in the league, whatever it is. Oh, this is one of my favorite plays. So what I talked about at the start of the video is patience. This guy right here, she loves Hezzy, guns, whatever you want to call him. One of the best centers in the whole world, right? I just want y'all to peep this. He's going to get sick, too. This is sick over here. I've already went over it. Right here, he has an open dunk, right? He sees this. Hey, we're just going to take 3 of them. Now all of a sudden they're up 3 instead of up 2. And that's another thing, too, I feel like a lot of guys don't understand is, like, you can use your aggressiveness as a gift, right, or as a bait for the defense. If you're an aggressive center, you can just kind of set up your passes like that. That's all he does. Like I said, he just slip sets because how they're playing. Free one. We're taking 3 of them. There's no rotations there. We got 3. It's 3 points. And it just seems so simple, but it matters so much. All right, last clip of the day. And this is such a simple clip, but I love it, right? Basically catches the ball right here. He calls a cut from putback, free dunk. Like, and especially this helps too. Like, I want y'all to peep, like, situation, right? They're down 3 points. Let me pull this. They're down 3 points right here. Their lockdown has badge. I think this is lockdown. I think this is no, excuse me. This is their shooting guard, but still, he's got badge. So they have a defender basically that has a badge that could basically impact the game. Instead of making their point guard who's in this left corner come get the ball, free cut. And it's like, it seems so simple, but like he sees it's a little guy anyway. Killy gets caught sleeping, free 2 points. And that's basically my biggest thing for this whole video that I'm trying to preach is, don't be afraid to make a play with the ball. Even if you mess up, I feel like that's the way you kind of separate yourself in this community and as a center, as a front court player in general. All the guys I've showed y'all, they have really high IQ. They just make good plays. Obviously, if you can score and rebound, that's great, man. But you have to be able to separate yourself in a different way. If it's passing, if it's leadership, if it's communication, whatever it is, you need to be able to separate yourself to just being a traditional big. If you're a pop, whatever it is, you can call plays for yourself. But as I showed in these clips, there's just little stuff that you can do to make the game easier and to make the game flow better. But, yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe if you liked it. If you want more, if you want me to use your clips, you want me to break down some of y'all stuff, just DM me on Twitter. But, yeah, man, I really enjoyed making this video. Obviously, all these centers that I put on here, I think they're good players. I think they got, obviously got it figured out a little bit at the 5 spot. And they're guys I watch film on. So, and that's another thing too with upcoming centers. Watch film on some of these guys that are really, really good. Even not even the big name guys like me and Goofy or whoever. Watch film on like the Jerrys of the world. Sick. Hezzy, Big Rain. The Plo guy. all those guys, they make a difference. And, that's the biggest thing you can realize is, like, I watch film on guys that aren't even in the league. Trust DJ Money, Crown, whoever it is. Obviously, Crown's in the league now, but it's like you can learn so much from just, what people do and just see what they, kind of little tendencies they pick up. And then you could take some of the moves they do and put it in your game. So that's all I really got for this video. And if you fuck with me, you fuck with the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But that's all I really got for y'all. And I'm out.